Takeru was a short-lived NES developer and publisher that was started by former employees from other companies, most notably Capcom, with the character designer behind the first two Mega Man games, Akira Kitamura, but also Shinichi Yoshimoto, who worked on Ghouls and Ghosts, and Utata Kiyoshi, who worked on IREM's Metal Storm. Takeru put out two games, the legendary Little Samson, and the not legendary but should be Cocoron. This game is brimming with creativity as well as weirdness. As you start the game, you're welcomed by an armadillo in a nightcap and with an egg instead of a shell, who tells you that he can make dreams, and that a princess has been captured by evildoers. I don't know, this guy gives off an untrustworthy impression. Anyway, what's next and what is the main draw of this game is that you get to make your own character. You can choose between 16 types of heads, bodies, and 8 types of weapons. With heads and bodies, you can either match the obvious ones together, like a dragon head with a dragon body, or you can think more outside of the box and make characters like a robot on tank treads, a dragon on a cloud, or a smiley face on what I think is a hovercraft. For weapons you have things like lasers, a boomerang, shurikens, flowers, or melodies, to name a few, and they all act differently. During the stages you can also pick up items to power these up a level. Other items you can get is of course health, a glowing orb, and a smiley face that I don't know what it does. In general, the malleability of this game is the highlight. There are so many combinations to do and different outcomes to see. The game has slopes, which you don't see in many games on the system, and most characters slip on them, but if you make a tank type character, they don't. You can also give your guy a jetpack that lets you float for a time, and more. I can't describe it all, but you'll see if you play this game, you will not get bored. Another cool and different thing about this game is the stage select. Sure, many games have stage selects, but here when you pick a stage, you don't just get there immediately. First you have to get there from the stage you were on previously, or at least a shortened form of it. Clever stuff. The stages themselves, being set within dreams, are pretty weird. There's the area in the sky where you jump on floating pastries, the area with milk and cheese, and Trump Castle, which is covered in skulls. The bosses are just as odd and inventive, with a man in the moon type boss, a fairy boss, and the one in Trump Castle where you have to fight a deck of cards. You see, that's what they mean by Trump, not the other one. The game isn't terribly difficult, but it also depends a bit on what kind of character you make. Some combinations have less health, and if you can fly or not, that also makes a difference. But in general, the control in this game is great, and there's a speed and fluidity to it that you don't see in many other games. The graphics are very good, and really brings out the quirkiness, and the music is nice and upbeat. There is also apparently battery saving in the game. I didn't expect it, but when I turned on the game for this review, the characters that I had made last time were still stored. If the game has any drawback, I would say that in general it lacks a sense of cohesion. Maybe it's because it's all set in dreams, but nothing makes any sense. If a princess was taken away by bad guys, why are most of the enemies cute little animals like pandas or penguins? It's also slightly annoying that you have to shoot the eggs containing power-ups and health before they open, but that's a nitpick. Cocoron is honestly a great game, and one that should have been played by so many more people. A remake or sequel to this game was planned for the PC Engine in Japan, but never saw the light of day apart from a few screenshots in gaming magazines of the day. Getting overlooked, despite making great games, was the problem that Takeru had with their short run as a company. They would go on to have the same problem with their next game, Little Samson.